motion, who is the Deputy President of the country. And I invite you, Your Excellency, you have a choice. You have a choice between speaking yourself or speaking through your legal counsel. Yes, KAMKET, what is out of order? Your Excellency, you may take your seat. Let us hear it.
Mr. Speaker, while I did not want to interrupt His Excellency the Deputy President, who is my brother-in-law, Mr. Speaker, yesterday the Deputy President on national television referred to this House in unpalatable terms. And Mr. Speaker, while it is his right to say whatever he wants to say, as a former member himself, Mr. Speaker, would I be in order, Mr. Speaker, that the Deputy President, as a precursor to his speech, apologizes to this House? Mr. Speaker, this House, Mr. Speaker, he used the words, he referred to this House as a theater of the absurd. Mr. Speaker, this House is an honorable House of the people of Kenya. These are elected members of Parliament, Mr. Speaker. This House is neither a theater, neither is there absurdity in this House, Mr. Speaker. So I would request, Mr. Speaker, that the Honorable Deputy President exercises, dignifies this House by offering an apology. I know he has very little support in this House now.
You've made your point.
But he may get a little support even just from that apology. He has to apologize to this House, Mr. Speaker, before he proceeds with his speech, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Order. No more points of order. Your Excellency, Deputy President, as you take the floor, this morning, the Speaker made a communication and indicated that we found it abhorrent, some of the contents of your your speech, your statement last evening, in which you described this House in not very good terms. We also indicated that the rules of this House preclude matters pending before the House from being canvassed in other fora, particularly by members of the House, and to an extent of broad interpretation of the standing orders, a person who is subject to the motion going on in the House. It is spilled milk, it's water under the bridge. You said what you said, but it is only fair that, being an immediate former member of this House, that you exercise your conscience to hold as to whether this is a theater of the absurd or is an honorable National Assembly of the Republic of Kenya. You may start by addressing that.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And thank you, the honorable members present, for according me this opportunity to prosecute the matter before us. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have tremendous respect for this great institution, having served here for 5 years between 2017 and 2022, and I appear here in a very nostalgic moment that I'm back in the House where I stayed for 5 years, despite the fact that I've come under difficult circumstances. Mr. Speaker, maybe the sound people, is that okay now? Mr. Speaker, sir, and the honorable members, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity.
I hope, Your Excellency, you have been advised by your lawyers that you are here to respond to specific issues
Yes.
in the motion.
I have my advice.
And not to talk generally.
I know.
Yeah, so rules of relevance will still apply to you as they apply to all members.
Mr. Speaker, the motion before this great House alleges that 2 years ago, since assuming office, I have acquired property and wealth whose estimated value of 5.2 billion shillings. A significant number of properties to which this sum of 5.2 billion is erroneously and maliciously attached belongs to my late brother, the late Honorable James Derito Gachagua, and as demonstrated by his will, a copy of which is attached. The fact as follows. Olive Garden, my response. The allegations that I own the Olive Garden Hotel is false. The truth is that Olive Garden Hotel used to belong to my deceased brother, the late Honorable James Derito Gachagua, and therefore has never been my property. This is information